Astro. Thank you for Add Astro.
You know, Clayman's are... The Al-Haytham's been making...
How's everything going with your thesis?
I should be able to publish it next month. A few days ago, I was worried that I'd have to stop my work on it. Thankfully, that didn't come to pass.
Well, Azar was one of your thesis advisors. Honestly, I was afraid that you might have gotten dragged down as well. How did things get settled?
The newly appointed acting Grand Sage reviewed all of our projects and gave us permission to continue our research.
Acting Grand Sage? That sounds like a new thing.
Yeah, I heard that selecting new sages has been taking some time, so he's just filling in. But it's all thanks to him that our research results weren't jeopardized. Once my paper is published, I'm definitely giving myself a long vacation and getting some much-needed rest. Mondstadt sounds like a good idea.
They're really out of their minds, making Al-Haytham the acting Grand Sage?
Take it easy, Professor. I'm puzzled as well. Just going by qualifications, you're one of our most preeminent scholars. I don't know why they picked a stripling like him.
Fool! Do you think I'm angry because I wasn't chosen for the position? No! It's because I don't understand. He was one of my students, but he rarely attended class. When I asked him about it, he retorted that self-study was better use of his time. What brazen arrogance! Misery of miseries! For the academia to have him as the acting Grand Sage?
Professor, don't get so worked up. I'll go get you some water.
Psst. Want to hear a secret? I've heard the new acting Grand Sage is from Haravatat.
Really? Who is it?
Someone named Al-Haytham. Never met him myself, but he's a real hot topic right now. Lots of things being said about him. Hard to tell what's true and what isn't, though. There's also a Vahumana scholar who's been in the spotlight recently. They say that he's a likely pick to be one of the next sages.
Oh, is he teaching any courses? Maybe we should drop by.
Wow. News of Al-Haytham being the acting Grand Sage sure spread fast. Some people don't know who he is, though. Guess he's less famous than Paimon thought. Some people are saying... Hey! Are you okay? too good.
The Matra.
The Matra?
I'm Ilias. I have to talk to a Matra about something important.
In the state you're in? You shouldn't push yourself. Why don't you tell us what happened and we'll pass on your message to a Matra?
No, I have to tell them myself. They are the only ones I can trust. Sorry, can you lend me your arm? This is an important matter. Failure is not an option.
Since you put it that way, fine, we'll take you to a Matra. We promised to take him to a Matra, but we don't know that many, do we? Oh, wait! Sino should be back at the Academia! Let's go find him! Hey there! Excuse us, but is Sino at the Academia?
You two look familiar. Are you friends of Mahamatra Sino? I'm afraid he's out on a mission right now. But if you'd like, I can pass whatever message you might have on to him.
We ran into this guy by the gates, and he seems really eager to speak with the Matra. It sounds like something urgent.
Oh? If you don't mind, why don't you tell me about it first?
Siraj.
Siraj. That name sounds familiar. Isn't he a Vahumana researcher?
Vahumana researcher?
Yes, one of their most renowned, in fact. I hear he's as daring as he is intelligent. There are rumors he'll become Vahumana's next sage. But please continue, good sir. What about Siraj?
I want to report him for conducting a dangerous experiment. He kidnapped me, tied me up, and took me to that horrible cave. Experimental equipment everywhere. I ran as fast as I could, a little slower, and he would have caught me.
There's no rush. Please, take your time. What kind of experiments was he conducting? Where is this cave?
I don't remember.
Huh? You can't remember?
All I remember is Siraj walking towards me, and then my head started feeling weird. It's like a nightmare that I can't recall. I just know that that place is dangerous, and that they must be stopped. Oh, I heard they conduct business in the tavern. We have to hurry.
Even if what you say is... All right. I'll have some of my colleagues look into Siraj. But before that, I would like to administer the Matra lie detector test.
You think I'm lying?
Please don't take it the wrong way. This is just standard protocol. Sorry, but can you two wait out here a little while? We'll be back soon.
Huh? Al-Haytham?
Let me bring you up to speed. First things first, Ilyas passed the lie detector test. This indicates that what he said is highly credible. As such, we've decided to launch per protocol. This matter was reported to Acting Grand Sage Al-Haytham. After hearing about it, he left a message for Mahamatra Sino and then asked to join the investigation.
Huh. It's kind of weird for you to be working with the Matra. Is there a special reason?
You're overthinking things. My interest was piqued is all.
Really? I'm surprised you have this much free time. In that case, let's join in as well, shall we, Traveler?
It's already against protocol for Acting Grand Sage Al-Haytham to participate in this investigation. As for you two... Oh, never mind. After all, you were the ones who brought Ilyas here. I'll allow you to accompany us, but you have to promise to keep everything confidential.
Don't you worry. Our lips are sealed.
All right, in that case, I'll fill you in on what we know so far. Ilyas claimed that Siraj will be conducting some business with a Kasharawar researcher at the tavern. This is one of his few clear memories. It seems he stumbled upon this information while escaping. Incidentally, Siraj isn't at the academia right now. He applied for long-term off-site research It's close to the time that...
That's right.
Oh, come on!
There's so many local specialties in Sumeru. I want to buy more.
Don't you remember your adventure plans, my lady?
There are so many local specialties in Sumeru. I want to buy more.
Don't you remember your adventure plans, my lady?
We're here, Acting Grand Sage Al-Haytham. What's our next course of action? Acting Grand Sage Al-Haytham?
Looks like you haven't read any memos lately. The new Academia decree clearly states that even a sage doesn't have the authority to interfere with the Matra's actions during an ongoing investigation. If your superior were here, he wouldn't be asking me what to do. Instead, he'd be telling me to stay out of the way.
You're right. Understood. Then please wait here as we lock down the perimeter and Ilyas, please stay here.
Sure. Though I'd rather he just protect himself.
He's the same as ever, casually ignoring people just like he did back at Aru Village.
Answering a simplistic question only enables the questioner. Besides, I need him to understand my position clearly. Arav has just as many doubts about my coming along as you do. But unlike you two, he's making this matter more complicated than it is, with his considerations like the acting Grand Sage is trying to seize the Matra's powers. That question was obviously bait. The Matra were once under the influence of the sages, and so were often subject to these bureaucratic traps. The test was strictly unnecessary, though. I hope that our exchange will assure him that I won't interfere with their work this time.
Why is this so complicated?
This is why I was against becoming the acting Grand Sage from the very first. Titles and rank inevitably make a lot of things more troublesome than usual.
Excuse me, Acting Grand Sage Al-Haytham. I've had a question on my mind, and I need to know the answer no matter what. Have we met before?
No. I have no recollection of ever meeting you.
Haha! I thought so too. I probably wouldn't have had anything to do with someone of your caliber.
Then why did you ask?
Well, for some reason I felt a sense of familiarity when I met you for the first time.
Really? A misperception, perhaps. Or...
Acting Grand Sage Al-Haytham, we've apprehended a suspect.
Siraj?
No, it's the Ksharawar researcher who has dealings with him. His name is Narendra.
Acting Sage Al-Haytham? Wait, can someone please explain what's going on? I admit that I did steal some mechanical components from the lab and sell them, but does something like that really warrant the personal interest of the Acting Grand Sage? What have I gotten myself into? I know I let greed get the best of me, but please, I promise that this won't ever happen again.
I would like to ask him a few questions.
Of course.
Do you know Suraj?
Yeah, that's the name of my buyer. He asked to make the transaction at the tavern, but he never showed up.
What were the details of this transaction?
He's doing some kind of experiment that seems to require many power generators and electrical components that can only be found in our project. He contacted me in private and said that he'd pay a large sum of Mora if I was willing to put some aside for him. We had originally agreed to meet at...
Perhaps Suraj was... The good news is, regardless of what... Do you have any more questions?
No. He's all...
Oh, that's... We conducted a comprehensive However,
I've read some papers
I see.
Follow me.
Siraj didn't show up at the tavern, and Narendra didn't give us any leads. Ugh, that means we're stuck. Oh, Haytham, are you serious about seeing things through? Paimon's pretty surprised that you're this interested in the case.
I thought you would have guessed the reason by now.
Huh? Paimon has no clue. Hey, do you know?
Yes. We were classmates.
Oh, so that's why you asked to come along when Arav briefed you on the situation. So you're not here because you're interested in the case itself, but because you know the suspect?
You couldn't be further from the truth, but I wasn't expecting much from you to begin with. For the time being, all you need to know is that we were once classmates. I became the scribe afterwards while he continued his academic endeavors. He submitted a thesis 1 year ago, and the Grand Sage at the time asked for my opinion. I did not approve of it because it committed one of the 6 cardinal sins by touching upon human evolution. From violating matters regarding human evolution to attempting the forbidden and fearing none, the 6 cardinal sins are the origin of all evil in this world. They are also what the sages use as a reference when formulating or amending the rules of the academia. My opinion was that Suraj's research was both overly naive and in violation of various core principles. The Grand Sage took some of my suggestions on board and ultimately decided to reject the...
So that's why
He's most likely...
That sounds super... Ilyas? Can you try to remember things again?
I'm sorry, but I've all...
It is possible for a person to subconscious... However, now...
Actually, I feel like I've forgotten more than just the memories of the time I was kidnapped and experimented on. The kind of person I am, the things I've done... I can remember some things, but I can't recall some others no matter how hard I try. But I do vaguely remember that there are 2 things that I have to do no matter what.
Do tell.
The first is to get my paycheck from the academia and give it to my younger sister in Gandharvaville. I'm not sure about the details, but it seems that I would send money to my younger sister every month to pay for family expenses.
And the second thing? What's the second thing?
I can't remember. Sorry, there's just so much I can't recall.
Not unexpected. However, you're the only one who has seen Suraj and knows the exact location of his cave at present. As such, we'll do everything we can to help you regain your memories.
Losing your memories must be really painful. But don't you worry, we'll help you get them all back.
Oh, thank you so much. This feeling, it's more than just pain. I don't know how to describe it. I have so few memories that I don't even have a clear idea of who I am. And my head's always ringing. It feels like I could faint at any moment. But amidst all that, it also feels like I've been set free somehow. Nevertheless, I have you all to thank for bringing me what clarity I do have right now. Now, I do remember that I worked part-time at...
I see. In that case, let's go and find whoever's in charge there.
Please show me your credentials before borrowing books.
Oh, Acting Grand Sage Al-Haytham. I've sent this period's research expenses report to your office. Have you taken a look? Are there any issues with it?
I did. Recent research expenses have decreased quite a bit compared to past figures.
Yes, though that is primarily because there are fewer scholars with research needs. But that can be a rather convoluted topic. Might I ask why you are here today?
I believe you know this individual. His name is Ilyas. He worked part-time here, and he's here for his paycheck.
Oh, yes, of course. Though, Ilyas, where have you been these past few days? That was our busy period, but then you disappeared without a word. Everyone had to pick up the slack.
I'm sorry, something unexpected came up. But I know I've caused trouble for everyone. Is there anything I can do to make up for it?
The other researchers have more or less finished your share of the work. However, there is one thing that is yet to be settled. Do you remember Chandra? You were in charge of following up on his off-site research application. He retracted his application a few days ago and canceled his off-site project. He's the 12th person to retract a research application this month. I'd like you to ask him why he did that. Chandra is probably having coffee at this hour, so you can find him at the cafe.
Understood. Then
I'll pay you in full. Is this acceptable?
I have no objection.
Elias? Long time no see. What can I do for you?
I heard that you canceled your research project, so I'm just here to ask you why.
Oh, that, it's really nothing special. I just don't feel like going anymore. I'm not the only one who canceled, right? I mean, people have had no motivation to conduct research lately, haven't they?
No motivation to conduct.
Yeah. Say, who might you be? You look sort of familiar.
Oh, don't mind me. Please, continue.
Well, with the downfall of the sages not long ago, many of the projects that they led were put on hold while they were being investigated. With the situation being so volatile, people are picking up random things to do to kill time. No one wants to risk starting any new research until it's clear how things will pan out in the future.
When you say how things will pan out, you actually mean what the new sages would have interest in, right?
Wow, talk about blunt. But that isn't the only reason for the lack of motivation to start new research.
So what are the other reasons?
Well, because the Akasha terminal shut down. I'm sure you're all aware that we require all kinds of knowledge. Back then, the Akasha, it was beyond
I see.
You get it, right? There are only a handful, although our names...
Ilias? What's wrong?
My head... it hurts! I remember now. I remember what Siraj said to me as he approached. You will become Siraj number 36. Fuse yourself with a consciousness under my control. Think only in accordance with a set module, like a worker bee in a beehive.
Paimon doesn't get it. What does that even mean?
It's what Siraj was researching and the topic of the thesis he had submitted. Collective consciousness and the path of evolution. Siraj believed that by achieving 3 objectives, he could create a collective consciousness in human society and drive humans toward their ultimate evolution. First, he would rank test subjects in descending order of ability, with number 1 serving as the Overmind. This Overmind would then divide tasks into numerous modules and delegate them to the collective's members based on their assigned number. Lastly, members would share their memories and emotions to facilitate.
Paimon still...
Think of it as linking many minds together. Eventually, Siraj believes this collective consciousness is superior to
Whoa.
It's just as Al-Haytham said. Siraj gave smaller numbers were ranked high. I also recall that...
Oh no.
I tried my best.
Take your time.
What's off?
You were only designated. I'm not sure what.
Please, wait. I heard you all talking about Siraj just now.
Huh?
Well, Siraj is pretty... There are many who... That said, I do know... If you're interested, you can try...
Are you Janaki? We'd like to ask you a couple of things about Siraj.
Ilias?
Do you know me? I'm sorry, but I don't recognize you.
Are you playing dumb with me?
No, I'm not. I actually have amnesia, so I've lost a lot of my memories.
And? Are you trying to say that I should forgive you just because you've forgotten what you've done? Or are you using the acting Grand Sage as backup to settle things with me? The 2 biggest loners teaming up. What a terrible thought.
That's enough. There seems to be a dispute between the 2 of you, but I have no I heard that Siraj once invited you to join his project. Is that true?
So, what if Siraj did extend an invitation to me, and I was also interested in his project? I think it was about collective consciousness or something. Anyway, he said that I could be number 45. I refused because I thought that rank was too low. No one wants to be placed at the bottom. Certainly not me.
Ilias's number's 36, and Janaki was supposed to be number 45. Ugh, just how many people did Siraj have his eyes on?
Tell me, did Siraj tell you how he assigned numbers?
Yeah. Remember how the sages took advantage of the Akasha and extracted Yana energy from our heads back then? They left a document that records the amount of Yana energy that the Akasha had extracted from each person. I don't know how Siraj got his hands on that document, but he used it as the basis for his numbering system.
I see. He believes that this data can be used to evaluate a person's computing power. Putting aside the validity of the data, it is meaningless to judge individuals based solely on their jnana energy. At most, jnana energy can only be seen as representing a portion of a person's abilities. Humans are complicated beings, so it is impossible to evaluate them using a single criterion.
See? I knew I couldn't have only been ranked as 45.
What else do you know about Siraj?
That's it. He came to me, I refused, and that was the end of it. Is there anything else you needed? If not, I'm out of here. I've had enough of this eyesore.
Please, wait. I still want to know what I did in the past.
You really forgot?
I swear.
Paimon can vouch for him.
I see. You know what? It's better this way. I get angry just thinking about it, so I really don't have the patience to fill you in. All you need to know is that you got a lot of people in trouble back then. That's all I have to say.
And she's gone. She doesn't seem to like you very much.
I really don't, I guess.
Do you want to?
Huh?
Even though you're a witness against, no one can.
I'm not sure what to do, but
I can look up your file. Something that cost. Would you like me to?
Yes.
All right. Let's split up for now. We'll meet back here later and then head over to Gandharvaville.
Okay. Thank you all so much.
Relax, Ilias. Being nervous accomplishes nothing.
That's true. I'm ready. No matter what I've done, I'm ready to face it. I'll also try my best to remember anything else related to Siraj. We'll put an end to all of this.
I'm holding you to that. See you later. Okay. The important files from the last few years should all be here.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Anyway, I found Ilyas's file. Let's meet downstairs.
What have I done?
This file indicates that you were once commended by the Academia for your courage and sense of justice. You were considered a hero.
Huh? Me?
Yes. Your instructor was engaging in academic fraud, and you were the one who reported him. Your report was found to be true after a series of investigations, and your instructor was brought to justice by the Matra. This incident caused quite the commotion, and the Academia sent you a commendation. What is it? Are any memories coming back to you?
No, it's just... my head feels like it's being ripped apart again. It hurts. Did I seriously do that? Then why?
Let's put this matter aside for now. It isn't directly related to Siraj, so there's no need to push yourself over it.
I'm sorry. That should have been something good to hear, but my body is instinctively rejecting it. I feel like I'll black out if I try to remember.
Take it slow. Recovering memories is no easy task, especially when it involves memories that you don't want to remember. Just do what you think is right.
Thank you. I'm not sure how you're so calm and composed all the time, but it does make me feel more confident about the situation I'm in.
Let's head to Gandharvaville and deliver Ilyas's paycheck to his sister.
We should be close. Let me think. It should be this way.
Ilyas, what are you doing back here?
Dad, it's nothing. I was just wondering how everyone was doing.
You sure everything's okay? Did they bully you again? It's all right. You can tell us.
Ilyas, what's wrong?
I'm fine. Just a minor headache. I haven't been getting much rest lately.
Back then, I told you not to be a hero. Look how things turned out. I can't imagine how things are going for you at the Academia. We've even been receiving threat letters.
You don't have to force yourself to stay at the Academia. You can always come back home.
I'm all right. I just need a little rest.
Ilyas doesn't seem like he wants them to know that he has amnesia.
Hey! That's enough, you two! Ilyas isn't feeling well. You can keep nagging him once we get home. Ilyas, let's find somewhere to talk. So, how's your headache?
It's much better now. Oh, here. It's this month's paycheck. How's everything at home?
Same old, same old. It's just that everyone's worried about you. Don't mind their nagging. Deep down, they know that you did the right thing. It's just that after hearing a lot of bad rumors about you and seeing all the threatening letters, well, their mom and dad. Maybe they just want you to conform a bit more.
Conform.
Yeah. You don't remember? After the incident, you... Ilyas? What's wrong?
Ah, I see. I remember now. Don't worry, I remember now.
You're acting a little weird today, you know? Anyway, I understand your decision. But Mom, Dad, and I just want you to be happy. I don't care if you're a hero or not. I just want you to enjoy life and relax more.
Your understanding is a great comfort to him.
Is it? That's good. Are you a friend of his?
More so these two. My name is Al-Hайтама, and this is the Traveler in Paimon.
Oh, that rings a bell. At any rate, I feel more at ease knowing that my brother has friends. Would you like to join us for dinner? I just happened to buy some extra food.
Sorry, but I still have things I need to take care of.
Well, that's a shame. Okay, I'll get going then. Take care of yourself, Ilyas.
Don't worry. I won't do anything to make you guys worry again.
You remember now?
Yes, I do. Thanks for that. You know, you don't seem like such a bad person.
Is that your way of conveying gratitude?
Oh, my apologies. But I meant every word. Remember when I asked at the tavern if we had ever met? I said that there was a sense of familiarity, but what I really meant was a sense of loathing.
Loathing?
Yeah, but having spent some time with you, I realized that you're not someone I dislike to that extent. Strange, isn't it? Why did I have those thoughts at that time?
My strength is that I don't care about what others think. If you could also develop this quality, then you won't be as bothered by complicated social relationships.
It'd be great if I could think like you.
Really? I don't remember. What about the other?
There are more important...
You're right. Look.
This is the place.
It's so well hidden.
I've been waiting for you for 8...
Weird. It's bigger on the inside than Paimon imagined. Are you sure it's still a work in progress? Ilyas, do you remember this place? Huh? Ilias! Where'd he go?
I don't sense him nearby.
Did he get separated from us? Should we wait here or turn around and look for him?
There's no need for that. Let's keep moving.
Alright. We'll continue in and see if he catches up to us.
It's okay, Ilias. You've done more than enough for me already.
I don't understand. Everyone knows that Johnny is stealing your research. Why is no one willing to go public with the truth? He shamelessly used your thesis to send in a project application, and whenever the project hits a wall, he asks you for help. Everyone knows what's going on.
Do you know how many people are working on that project? If Johnny was kicked out because of academic fraud, that'd be the end of the project. Too many people would be affected.
But he's obviously taking advantage of you! He throws you the hardest work, and after you're done pulling all-nighters, he struts around with your research data and takes credit for it. That's not right! Why are you putting up with this?
A lot of people warn me to not say anything, and I think they have a point. This is just how things are. All I want is to graduate without any problems. It's okay. He's at least paying me.
Half a year of your time and effort, countless all-nighters, and casual threats and insults, all for a measly 20,000 mora? He's treating people like cattle.
Enough. It's fine. I just need to suck it up and get it done.
What's the matter? Huh? You could read minds this whole time and you never told Paimon?
Of course not. I was also able to see those memories just now. They were probably the ones that leaked out while Ilias was connecting to the collective consciousness.
Connecting collective consciousness?
It's clear that this place isn't a work in progress. The hive has long been finished. The collective consciousness project is already complete, and Ilias is now returning to the collective. Not entirely. Keep walking and you'll see why.
One with nature.
Make yourselves at home.
Flicker.
Into the wind.
Grow.
One with nature. Clouds high. The birds call.
Diffract!
It's completely from what Ilyas said. This place looks like it's been done for a while.
Contributing to the collective by only thinking to your strengths. How easy.
Al-Haytham. Just thinking of that name fills me with hatred. We must get rid of him.
Guess I'll just have to reject them all. Wait. Huh? No.
An entire year's worth of work down the drain. And for what? Your reputation? Do you have any idea how many people you've brought down?
You could have played hero any time, so why couldn't you have waited until the project was complete?
I don't understand what you guys are saying. Are you saying you don't care that Raju jumped to his death?
It's a shame. What happened to him? I thought he was stronger than that. Everyone has been working hard to complete the project. He could have endured for a bit longer, but he chose now, of all times, to...
In any case, we're done with you. Because of your recklessness, the Matra are putting Johnny on trial. This project is done for. None of this affects you at all. But do you know how many people, myself included, needed this project to complete their studies? Now our futures are up in the air. If worst comes to pass, we might not be able to graduate. Do you understand now?
I'm sorry.
There's no need for an apology. It's not like I'll accept it anyway. You'll pay for this.
Hey, you're blinking out again. What did you see this time?
Don't jump to conclusions just yet. Save your words for when we see him.
Case, why don't we take both keys with us?
Alias, this is all very strange. Is there really no research group that will take you? Well, to pass this course, you must complete a paper with other researchers. I know you're a hero for fighting academic fraud, but well, we can't make exceptions for heroes, now can we? Maybe you should try to improve your relationship with the other researchers. Getting a reputation for being too unconventional will not stand you in good stead in the long run.
I understand.
You seem troubled.
Who are you?
Where are my manners? My name is Siraj.
Siraj? I've heard of you before. Do you need something from me?
The world hates people who don't fit in. I imagine you've had your fair share of trouble. After you reported Johnny for academic fraud, you were ostracized and shunned. Even your family can't understand your actions. However, I'm working on some research that will help you merge into a collective. That way, your life won't be so dolorous. How about it? Wanna have a go?
What did you see?
Paimon can't believe it! He really did trick us! That giga jerk! No, Siraj is the real giga jerk here. Ilias is just a regular jerk. Ooh, Paimon's so mad! We're gonna find him, and we're gonna make him explain himself!
The scribe's work is simple, which is exactly why I took the position.
You've come. I intentionally slowed my integration into the collective, and I wanted to apologize to you as him. It was to throw off the mantra and bring Al-Haytham to the high.
You were already Siraj number 36?
Yes, I truly did forget many. However, it's not that I got scared and forgot. It's difficult to fool Al-Haytham, so I had to create.
And the best guise is when you believe.
Correct. I only told you it was finished a long time ago. Before I left, only here can I be truly free. That's all I wanted to say. After I entered this room, my conscious...
Is this your decision?
Yeah, the person we know is Ilias. The outside world is painful sometimes, but Paimon doesn't think that's a reason to...
Do you need more time to consider, Ilias?
Hey, who are...
That.
So you're that giga jerk!
Giga jerk? How bold of
you!
I modified Akasha terminals to allow users to share memories and emotions. Then, I recruited research. I assigned numbers to everyone, and here, people can live.
You're just...
Then I ask you. There are researchers at the act. People are so obsessed with collective. Isn't that right, Ilias? There's no need to deny this, as it is in the terminus of Welcome to the Hive, Al-Haytham. You once arrogantly denied a few simple words from you, and my research was consigned to nothingness. Of course, I'm well aware that you don't care about any of it, but I didn't give up.
When we arrived, I noticed many empty rooms.
Oh, you noticed that? The answer is the academia. They're executing another... The collective consciousness links all of us into a single mind. Everything has been proceeding smoothly. The project will snowball.
We won't let...
What can you achieve with mere words? You return to the Hive, number 36.
Yes.
Wait! Don't go back! And you aren't an outcast!
That's easy for you to say, given that you're travelers. Will you two continue to return, number 36?
Ilias?
You two are just as... You think that everyone should be like you and live according to their own truth. I allowed number 36 to leave the Hive without his memories. Al-Haytham,
I made those words quite clear a year ago. The model you presented was extremely unstable. It can't be helped. If you were clever enough to realize those problems, then you would have been aware that the Hive...
What?
What's happening?
The collective needs motivation to execute its plans. That's why you, as the Overmind, synchronized your hatred of me into the collective, prompting them to create and execute a plan to eliminate me. However, When Ilias returned to the collective, his memories and emotions were shared.
Thanks for that. You know, you don't seem like such a bad person. Strange, isn't it? Why did I have those thoughts at that time?
This contradicts the hatred you had provided them, and these two differing
So that's it! Wait, so you... And then you pretended to keep him around? Wouldn't expect any less from you, Al-Haytham. Once the collective consciousness bugs out, we'll take that opportunity to... wait.
Al-Haytham, I told you. Your Ilias's return, your struggle has been in...
So many months, and...
I also integrated monsters into the collective, despite their lack of intelligence. Now then.
Hey, Al-Haytham?
I've already sent my gift to the collective. It'll take some time. You two just need to brace yourselves for the new...
Well, alright. Paimon doesn't know...
Tidal wave. Yeah, yeah. Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt. No time.
This might hurt a little.
Al-Haytham isn't that bad of a person.
But it has to be done. He must be eliminated so that we can evolve.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night! Into the wind! Like this! You're mine! Shouldn't let your guard down!
Here you are.
You see? That is the will of the collective. Even with the hatred gone, they continue their work.
The process of elimination.
This might hurt a little.
The wind knows me.
Who's next? No time to...
Commit it to memory.
He won't hold out for much longer.
He's a lot tougher than we imagined.
Something's gone wrong here. The march.
This is gonna hurt. One with nature. Lightning flash! Clouds high. The birds call!
What's going on? Silence! As the Overmind, I command you!
Diffract! How bold!
Make yourselves at home.
Into the wind. Shouldn't let your guard down. Take this! No time. Here!
How is that possible? Why hasn't it been resolved yet?
Is there error in our judgment?
The will of the collective cannot be wrong. The Overmind must have made an error in its judgment. But Siraj is the most intelligent among us.
He is number one. His judgment is the optimal one.
Flicker.
Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt. One with nature.
Scatter.
What have you done?
Calm down. Don't you have an easy way to figure this out? You were only designated as number 36. What a shame. From what I can see, your talents merit a smaller number. Putting aside the validity of the data, it is meaningless to judge individuals based solely on their jnana energy.
What you said to Ilias has now become a memory shared by all members of the Hive.
I see it now! You've channeled and amplified their selfish desires! You're trying to destroy my hive from the inside out!
Human minds are not infinitely pliable, and your hive has stretched many of them to their limit. Once your authority as Overmind starts to wane, it won't be long before your subjects snap back. Is it worth living here like a machine? Being a tool for the rest of my life? As soon as one person begins to have these thoughts, selfishness, doubt, and fear will propagate, thanks to the web of consciousness that you built. At this stage, your so-called hive has already fallen.
It's not over yet. I am the Overmind! There has to be a way!
It's too late. Once the desires of the hive accumulate, beyond a certain threshold, they will kill their king.
I wouldn't have suffered such a disgraceful defeat if I was the Overmind.
My number shouldn't be so far down the list! Siraj is a liar!
This isn't what we agreed to!
I should be the one in your position!
The hive shut down? What happened just now?
Members of a collective consciousness are more likely to reach a consensus. For example, Ilias did have differing. However, this system is far from perfect. Based on this logic, the disturbance that Ilias caused wasn't for naught.
Setbacks in the plan further amplify doubt, which diminishes the
apprehension, disappointment, panic, avarice. But in the hive, where there are no secrets, negativity can spread like a tidal wave. Of course, what I said to Ilias, a few words were enough. Believe in the power of words, Siraj.
You were already thinking of a way to destroy the collective consciousness. You knew that Ilias was the bait all along.
I knew it from the moment Moreover, I never looked down on you. You have a naive view towards the concepts of collective consciousness and human evolution, but you are You would never let a test subject escape. Mistakes like that are beneath you, and you also won't leave.
I never thought I'd hear those words come from you. I know very well that you've never viewed me as an equal. When you were with us, you always had a distant look in your... You don't need to hide it. I know it better than anyone else. The arrogance that comes...
Your perspective is entirely born from your habitual way. From your perspective, you probably think I'm like you. Someone who doesn't fit in. I just want to distance myself from meaningless noise and look at everything objectively. On the other hand, you have failed to come to terms with who you truly are.
You mean to say?
Is that not so? Arrogant and emotionally fragile. You view people as a simple, mediocre collective, while you regard me as...
Regardless, I have lost.
You will stand trial, yes. I'm just an ordinary staff member. I believe it is the General Mahamatra.
Sino? What are you doing here?
I followed the symbols. Looks like things have already been settled.
Symbols?
I left a similar picture in my letter to him, and I made several...
Wait, what do you... Oh, Paimon remembers! When Paimon first saw... So you really did know that something was up with Ilias from the start!
It'd be best if you didn't spout nonsense. By the way, I came across some information at the Academia a few days ago.
Seriously? By the way, Sino, Paimon heard that Siraj sent more people...
Don't worry. The Matra have started screenings. This was likely one factor that caused the Hive's consciousness.
Good. Seems like... See you.
And off he goes. There's still...
Oh no. Oh no. I was involved in all these plans to get rid of the acting Grand Sage? What came over me? How could I do something like this?
We were accomplices without knowing it. But I'm afraid that Al-Haytham might pressure the Matra into giving us heavier sentences. Whether he's the scribe or the acting Grand Sage, we can't afford to offend him. It seems our future at the Academia will be full of uncertainties.
We can discuss the future later. Leaving the collective left me with a strange sense of guilt. I didn't feel anything towards Al-Haytham at first, since he wasn't well known. All the opinions I heard about him were negative, though. Siraj made us hate Al-Haytham, and we blindly accepted that hatred and thought of him as... From how things look...
I guess we're getting what we deserve. Could you help us apologize to Al-Haytham?
Sure.
It's okay.
It's time to go.
Let's go.
So, were they all... We can ask
Looks like I can't exist as Siraj number 36. When I was at Gandharvaville, I thought about whether I should just come forward with the truth, but I didn't have the... So in the end...
Ilya?
Don't be sad. However, I realized that the understanding that...
You can do it.
Thanks. Can you keep this a secret from my parents and my sister? I just don't want them to worry. Also, please apologize to Al-Haytham for me. Goodbye, you two.
All the test subjects have been taken away. I'll have my subordinates seal the place, retrieve all documentation, and destroy the system. Are you two hurt? I brought bandages and hemostatics.
Paimon's fine. Just a little tired.
Get some rest. Watch out for any of Siraj's associates.
Okay, let's go meet up with Al-Haytham.
The matter's set. Actually, judging by your faces, it seems like you two... I respect your curiosity, but...
Hey, we're not your...
You couldn't tell that...
Are you kidding me? You're not leaving today until you explain what happened back at Siraj's secret
See ya.
Hold it right there!
Are you done? Your behavior is reminding me of some other.
Stop trying.
It's too much of a hassle to explain everything from the top. You know what?
Where to?
You'll know when we get there.
I won't hold you back.
Is this your home?
Yes.
What's with you all of a sudden? Being all polite and inviting us over?
Ah, you're back. Quick, come help me see if this painting's all straightened. Huh? Who are they?
Stop making a fuss. They're obviously guests.
You're not from the academia, are you?
I'm unsure she's seen.
Wait, what? How do you know me? Oh no.
What? You're embarrassed?
Oh, you guys are rude.
Yes, we are, but...
I keep a few books on collectives and the subconscious here at home.
Hey! You're leaving just like that? What's the... Sorry, I know we've only just met, but I have to ask. Are you, you wouldn't happen to be actors that Al-Haytham hired to pretend to be his friends, would you? Guess not. I've never seen him invite friends home before, so please excuse my surprise.
But...
I wouldn't say... Okay, well...
Huh?
Don't worry about it. My name is Kaveh. I'm sorry to have met you under these circumstances.
You seem like you got a lot going on.
Are you serious? How could you... of course. You're all hate...
What? That was a no...
Still, why do you have to treat...
Judging by the deafening din coming from the living room, you all must be getting a...
Entertain your own friends, why don't you?
I'll leave the books here.
Paimon's dizzy from reading. This is way too complicated. Why don't we just ask questions instead? Paimon wants to know, Oh, how did you know about the collective consciousness's weakness?
A year ago, Siraj presented his thesis to the Grand Sage, who offhandedly asked for my opinion. I actually responded with 2 lines of reasoning. The first, as I've already said, was that his research was on human evolution, a subject prohibited by the academia. The second was that I thought the direction of his research was too extreme, but his approach too conservative.
Wait.
One way to stable the optimal solution.
That's way too...
I'm merely stating it's impossible for... That's why the
Ha! That's rich coming from you. If humans aren't humans without their humanity...
What about you? Are you going to
At least I'd be a fungus with empathy. Sorry for eavesdropping, but what happened to you guys?
Sort of. We encountered a strange researcher that...
Are you all okay? Huh. So that's how things... Such is life.
If only he'd known, Al-Haytham could have stayed indoors today. Plus, he could have helped me with the housework for once. See those books? They've been sitting there waiting for someone to sort through—
Can you feel the awkwardness in the air? I hope you're—
Oh, so the pot's calling the kettle black, is he?
I'm doing quite well. Much better than that painting you're trying to hang on the wall.
You don't understand anything.
Paimon can't tell which of them is more problematic.
You whisper very loudly.
Oh,
Do you have any more—
let Paimon think. Oh, but
I bear them no ill will. To some extent, they were all—
Ilias also said that he wanted to tell us the truth. He apologized to you.
It doesn't matter. I never judging from his experiences, he's more courageous than— I'm going for dinner in 10 minutes, so I'll feel—
Paimon doesn't have any more questions. How about you? Oh, yeah. You only started investigating but after meeting Siraj, it didn't seem like you were interested.
I had no interest in him personally, but I was curious. I now understand the reason. Correct. The fall of the sages and the shutdown of the fact that Siraj's project attracted so much interest despite not being approved speaks to the lack as the acting grant. In addition, what happened to Ilias is worth—
Paimon understands now.
I think minimum viable series—
Wait, your
Yes. I've already submitted my resignation to the academia. I don't think Siraj knew about that. If he had waited just a few more days before acting, I would have already resigned. What he'd do then wouldn't have been any concern of mine. However—
But why—
I'm not suited to be a sage, nor do I want to be one. The official process to select the new sages is already— If I serve as acting Grand Sage for too long, the position might It's important to keep your priorities straight. Well—
Oh, now that you say that, Paimon's kinda hungry.
See ya.
The name Siraj doesn't ring a bell. Was he in your—
He isn't someone who would leave an impression, so it's
I've always had a hard time appreciating the way that the academia pressures people by labeling them as geniuses. But even so, the academia can't be left to you. Or perhaps I should say that I'm delighted to see that you have a base amount of self—
And I suppose they'd let everyone know that your career as a sage—
Again, that's mighty rich coming from someone about to resign.
But my salary will likely—
Wait, what? How come? Why do you get special
At least I don't have to be an architectural designer who works himself to death just to get a smile from his client.
You... I took time out of my day to clean the living room for you, and this is the thanks I—
Make sure to pay back the rent you owe me. I'm going to buy some furniture with that—
What? Are you trying to annoy me to death? The decorations you buy keep getting—
You'll have to blame that on my financial freedom.
Fine. Go ahead and hide behind your financial success.
I think I'd have too many choices, to be honest. You, on the other hand, can you think of any redeeming features at all?
Artistry, for sure.
So I'll have to bring you along and then buy you drink?
Of course.
But why would I do that? It would just be another—
Can't you just be nice and not—
Pretending that you're not in debt is as
Speaking of which, your friends won't say anything, right?
There's no need to hide it so carefully. I think the truth's already out. You're such—
What? No, it can't be. The name Siraj doesn't ring a bell.
He isn't someone who—
I've always had a hard time appreciating the way that the academia pressures people by labeling them as geniuses. But even so, the academia can't be left to you. Or perhaps I should say that I'm—
And I suppose—
Again, that's—
But my salary—
Wait, what?
At least I don't have to be an architectural designer who works himself to death just to get a smile from—
You... I took time—
Make sure to pay back the rent you owe me. I'm going to buy—
What? Are you trying to annoy me?
You'll have to blame that on my financial freedom.
Fine.
I think I'd have too many choices, to be honest. You, on the other hand, Can you think of any redeeming feature?
Artistry.
So I'll have to...
Of course.
But why would I do...
Can't you just be
pretending that you...
Speaking of which, your friends won't...
There's no need to...
What? No, it can't be.
Strange. Paimon's heard lots of people talking about this Academia Extravaganza thing earlier. Wonder what that is. Maybe there'll be fun things to do there. Let's go to the Academia and have a look for ourselves.
Time to go. Time to go.
A moment, if you would.
We sure are. And who are you?
My name is Wikas, a member of the Academia Extravaganza Planning Committee. Have you two heard of this festival?
Yep, and that's exactly...
Is that so? Looks like our advertising is working. Since you're both interested, would you mind if I gave you a brief... So, the gala is held annually. During this time, all 6 Darshans will set up booths throughout the city and host guests to showcase the most fascinating aspects of their school, and thus increase their influence. On the other hand, the championship is held once every 4 years. Each Darshan will send a representative to vie for the position of Grand Champion. This year, the gala is being held alongside the championship, so the mood in the city is, as they say, at an unprecedented fever pitch.
Got it! Cool! Thanks a bunch for the detailed explanation!
You're most welcome. Answering questions regarding the Academia Extravaganza is my job. And... I actually do have something I would like to ask the two of you.
Huh? Need our help with something?
Well, let me begin by saying that this year's Academia Extravaganza is of utmost importance to us. Lesser Lord Kusanali and the sages came up with a plan for the Academia to recruit talented people from the desert starting next year. As such, we've invited a great number of desert dwellers to take part in this festival, so they can hopefully experience the Academia's atmosphere ahead of time. I've heard that the two of you are famous across both the rainforest and desert. With your participation, especially in the Inter-Darshan Championship, more people will definitely come to appreciate the festival.
Exactly! Or do you mean you want us to join a Darshan? But then we would have to deal with exams and essays and stuff like that.
No need to worry. The championship participants have already been selected. I mean to invite the two of you as guest commentators. Your job will be to observe and record every part of the competition. There's no pressure. Just follow each match and enjoy the festival. Aside from that, we'll also prepare some compensation for your efforts. We won't have you working for free.
That kinda sounds like a sweet deal. What do you think?
You can head over to the festival venue later. An organizer there will introduce each participant. Some of them even might be people you recognize. I'll leave it at that for now. So, how about it? Would you like to take this commission?
Wow, having fun while getting paid? This sounds awesome!
The main event venue is at the outskirts of the Citadel of Rexar, and the organizer you're looking for is Karina. Tell her the situation and she'll get you set up. The championship is going to begin soon. I wish you a good experience serving as commentators. If you have any doubts, come find me anytime.
Alrighty, off we go!
Time to go.
Welcome, one and all, to the Academia Extravaganza! Now then, allow me to reveal the prizes for this iteration of the Inter-Darshan Championship. Fabulous monetary rewards, research funds, a limited edition Genius Invocation TCG card, and the right to wear the Diadem of Knowledge. I believe that I need not elaborate as to how this is a symbol of great honor.
She should be Karina, right? Looks like she's in the middle of something. Let's wait till she's less busy, then go introduce ourselves.
The Diadem of Knowledge. What a perfect work of art.
Every time I see it, I feel like I'm losing myself in its beauty. The one who proves fit to wear it must be a rare genius indeed.
I believe that most of you have already seen the Diadem of Knowledge or have heard tales about it. 20 years ago, a researcher named Sachin bought it for a large sum of mora before donating it to the Academia. The generous championship prizes are also sourced from his sponsorship. Before we begin, allow me to express our gratitude to this researcher, who cannot be with us right now.
Things can only get worse. Things can only go from bad to worse. Human nature begets conflict, and conflict begets ruin. From the beginning, the seeds of wickedness have been.
Hey, stop spacing! Paimon called out to you, but you didn't respond. You okay? Did you stay up late without telling Paimon?
All right. I'm sure we're all more than ready for the championship to begin. Now then, let's invite our 6 Darshan representatives to the stage. Our contestants are... Representing Amorta, Tainari! Representing Spontamod, Sino! Representing Ratawahist, Layla! Representing Haravatat, Farazan! Representing Kasharawar, Kaveh! And for Vahumana... Huh? Is
These introductions are pointless. Let's just get this over with.
Wait?
Finally, our final contestant is Vahumana's representative, Hat Guy.
Oh, so that's Hat Guy.
You know who he is?
I've heard that he's a researcher from a different country who nominally belongs to His manner of speech hasn't made him popular amongst most other Vahumana researchers.
Aside from his more controversial Vahumana has seen a dearth of new
It's just kind of weird. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy who'd participate.
Now that we have our 6 contestants, the championship, who will triumph this time around? Hold on to your hats, because we're all on this ride together.
Huh. We really do know of... Oh, right! We're guest commentators, aren't we? So figuring out... Let's go ask them when we go say hi. Especially... Kaveh! Farzan! Layla!
Huh? Oh, it's you.
We're here as specially invited guest commentators. Our job is to...
Is that so? In that case, I'll have to trouble you to remember to shoot from behind at a lower angle. You know, to capture a scene.
Don't get ahead of yourself now.
You're far too...
Actually, I was going to ask...
Huh? You don't remember? I sometimes see you in the...
what?
Huh. How strange. However, this is...
yes.
Good. Then we are officially introduced. I like respectful ones, by the way. Would you like to join my research group?
Madam Faruzan, I'm quite sure this counts as poaching.
I know, but it's been tough getting people these days. But once I win this tournament...
So you're just here to increase the amount of funding?
Well, not just that. What? Well, I suppose that's to be expected. There's been an influx of newly enrolled students, and they'll be paying close attention. Moreover, research resources will be made available to the victor, so that will nix my funding issues. Therefore, my 2 juniors, I do apologize, but I fully intend to emerge triumphant.
I'll do my best as well. At least I don't plan to lose too badly. So, why are you here, Layla? I don't know why, but a lot of people recommended me. I didn't sign up myself. I just woke up to find my name on the announcement board. Oh, I'm really nervous. I've been so worried about disappointing everyone that I've been losing sleep.
Stress not, young one. We must all experience failure to grow and mature.
But Madam Farzan, I don't want to fail.
Seriously? Everyone has such nice reasons for joining. Must I say?
Yes, you do! We gotta record it!
Well, you know, right? I want to buy some property.
Oh, that's right! You want to move out of Al-Haytham's.
What? Al-Haytham? What about him? This has nothing to do with him.
Oh, right. Sorry, Paimon has no idea what she was talking about. So, you want to use the grand prize to buy a place, right?
Correct. Also, my father took part in the Once I do, the right to wear that diadem will be mine. In a way, I'll be helping my father fulfill a dream of his.
That's not a bad reason at all. Although your chances with me here aren't great, I believe your father...
Not that he'll have the chance to celebrate.
For you to have experienced such a thing...
It's all in the past now, and life goes on, doesn't...
All right.
earlier, you said that you want to use the prize Mora to purchase a... I also heard you mention Al-Hайтам just a moment ago.
No, of course not!
Paimon's definitely not involved either!
We meet again, you two.
Hey, Tainari! We came here to check out this extravaganza event, and then they invited us to be guest commentators.
Is that so? I heard that there would be guest commentators recording the proceedings with cameras, but I didn't expect they'd be you two.
It's a pleasant surprise that you're visiting Sumeru again while I'm still on leave. When everything comes together perfectly like this, I call it the biryani factor. Because it's always rice to meet stew again.
So, Tainari, you're representing Amurta, and Sino is representing Spantamad. But haven't you both already graduated? Can alumni also take part in a competition?
I had wondered the same thing. When I was told the news, I was actually more shocked than you are now. I later found out that anyone who has been a part of a particular darshan has the right to participate. Graduation status has no effect.
So that's the rule, huh?
There are some restrictions, though. For example, sages cannot participate. Any given person can only participate in one instance of the championship, and so on.
That's right. Also, there are two methods by which the darshan representatives are chosen. One is self-nomination, and the other is to be recommended by over half of one's darshan.
You must have been a case of the latter, Tainari.
I heard that quite a few of your juniors petitioned for your candidacy.
Sometimes I wish I could clap a few of them over the head and tell them to spend that time on studying instead. Well, you can. Next month, we're having... I'm not that concerned about becoming the champ.
Yes. This year's card is a...
Wait.
No, it's a very... It's very... That is reason enough.
Someone who...
Fair enough. Alright, let's go find...
Just call me Hat Guy. That's the name I use in Vahum.
That sounds like a nickname, not a...
So I can't go by a simple...
Fine, suit yourself. Alright then, Hat Guy. We're specially invited guest commentators, so play not...
You could be Matra for all I care. So what if I don't...
You...
I'll tell you this much. I have an agreement with someone not to reveal my motives.
You're not plotting...
Well, it's hard to say.
Ugh. Fine, be that way. Then we won't ask you why you're participating. Instead...
You two sure like to poke your noses where they don't belong. If I don't... I heard that the Vahumana researcher named Akaba was researched later, when I was bored. I wrote some commentary on societal issues in Inazuma. From start to finish, it was just the wishful thinking. But when Lesser Lord Kusanali heard about this, she went out of her way. Enough chit-chat. You're better off wait. Someone's about to get very unlucky.
How is anyone supposed to relax with you? We've got to stay alert. Looks like Karina's got a moment now. Let's go chat with her.
You must be the guest commentators Vikas invited. I saw you two having quite...
We were actually looking...
Excellent! Then please allow me to explain your job responsibilities in detail. First, please take these two things. The first item is a custom camera from the Academia. The second is an event-specific locator that will flag all participants' locations. It will also sound when...
Wow!
Aside from you two, speaking of which, you probably know them.
Oh, it's them! We have to...
Well, don't let me keep you, unless you have any... Why do you ask? Really? I didn't see any such Strange. I was on stage...
Paimon didn't see anyone...
Perhaps you're mistaken.
Hey, Traveler.
Dia! Candace! You two are here as well!
so they're two friends of yours. In that
The Academia sent us both invitations. The villagers were also encouraging me to travel outside.
We're here now, so no point dwelling on that. Even though this extravaganza isn't a holiday, merchants from all over will set up shop. I'm already set on helping you buy 2 new outfits. I mean, who wears the same thing at work?
I'm looking forward to it.
So, traveler.
We'd love to.
Aw, that's a shame.
Sure.
In that case, Candace and I.
No need to rush. I think see you two later.
Paimon didn't think that Candace and Dia would come. Hanging out with them sounds like a great time.
I will now announce the rules for the first round of the competition. Please listen carefully. During the opening ceremony, Academia staff released several cages of butterflies, and many of them are now fluttering within Sumeru City. Amongst these butterflies, 3 of them will be special swift flies. They have a different appearance and also fly a little faster. Your objective this round is to find a swift fly and bring it to me. 3 points will be awarded to the first participant to return, 2 to the second, and 1 point to the third. That is all for the first round. Should you require clarification on anything, please ask any of the other staff.
Alhaitham's all business all the time. That said,
Finding 3 specific butterflies.
If these swift fly...
I'm off. It will take some time to search every corner.
Huh? You're going just like that?
A champion walks the...
my dear Kasharawar G.
Cooperation.
Looks like everyone's got their own plans for. We're supposed to go on stage next, right? Huh? Wait a minute. Look, he seems to be observing the other contestants. We were right not to let our guard down.
Do you remember those things we made?
Huh?
It's time for them to shine.
It looks like Faruzan and Kaveh have some secret plan.
Oh, hello there, Madame Faruzan.
Shh! Hush now. The walls have ears around here. Come now, let's go.
All right, there's no time to lose.
This is basically...
I have most of the reagents with me, and
Kale, you're here too! Kainari, you...
My hypothesis is that the swift flies... Of course, I could be wrong. Details will have to wait until after the post-experimental analysis.
Okay! Hey, Layla!
Yeah, I have no idea what I should do. I can't.
Aren't people who research the stars supposed to have some extraordinary abilities? Why not use astrology?
Oh, you're another
Is it that you can't use astrology during the day? Guess that skill's less useful than I thought.
No, it's not like that. If it's
So, why don't you do that?
Mona Magistus, the astrologist, said that those who constantly use astrology, it's just some.
You're overthinking it. Power is just a tool. It just seems to me that you don't have the resolve to win.
Hey!
Did I say something wrong just now? Thank you. To be honest, I've always been.
Lord Sino seems to have found a swift fly. Come on.
Really? Where?
The butterfly flew up high, and he's chasing it now.
Oh, no time.
As expected of Sino. Actually, I'll head into the.
Alright, in that case, let's go see...